Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It is the Black Snake here, and we are going to give you guys now a roster preview of our Minnesota Vikings. You'll remember some of the players, but not all. Charlie York, our starting quarterback, Jamie Newman is a backup, and Larry Farley is our project quarterback on the team. We got rid of Kirk Cousins after the first season. Could not win for us, and it was very frustrating. But Charlie York, 95 speed, 90 change of direction, throwing power is a 96. Mid and deep are above 90 in terms of accuracy, and his short is only at 82. Complete stud, first round draft pick, has got us a Super Bowl. He is the future of the Vikings. Like I said, Kirk Cousins just could not do it at all. And for any Minnesota Viking fans out there, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Even for this franchise, he just didn't have the arm. We replaced Dalvin Cook, drafted a young running back and Deontay Beasley. And we also got Gio Connor as our backup running back. He is our power back. Sitting at 6 foot tall, 233 pounds, has a break tackle at 82, stiff arm at 85. He is our guy for any short yardage gains that we need to get. We pound him right up the middle. Moving on, you still remember CJ Ham. He's still here with the Vikings, but this will be his last year. We've kind of made that decision and went out and grabbed Aaron Stover as his replacement. Now, Aaron Stover may not be the future, but he will have an opportunity here with the Vikings. Downside to Stover is blocking. It's not where we need it to be. As we scroll over, you can kind of compare it there. Yeah, pass block, run block, 36, 20. It's just not good enough. We're going to give him a chance, see what he can do, see if he can overplay his statistics. As I got a dog barking in the background, I apologize. We still got Justin Jefferson here with the Vikings, as well as Henry Ruggs III, which was a big signing for us. 98 speed, 97 catching, 91 overall. Now our third wide receiver, we're interchanging those between Griffin, Wheeler, and Mindler. Mindler being the rookie, and we still got Irv Smith Jr. at the tight end position. Now, our offensive line has not changed dramatically. We did have one signing, but so far these guys you're looking at are still the same. We need to go ahead and choose a backup for the left tackle in case he goes down. And I think we're going to go ahead and throw, Davis. We're going to throw Davis in there as the backup. But yeah, Cleveland's still here. Garrett's still here. Robert Hunt is our new right guard that we went ahead and traded for. And Brian O'Neill still sitting at right tackle. Moving forward, Hunter, still our left end, getting older, so we went ahead and drafted Stevens this season. 77 overall as a rookie. Looks like he could be the future, but we have too many ends currently with DJ Wonham and McKinney as well on the other side. It looks like we're going to have to trade one of these guys. Try to save some money. They're all not going to get on the field. Defensive tackle, Michael Pierce, same thing. He's getting old, so we went ahead and drafted Bartell. We got a new linebacker in Powell. We got a stud in Akeem Short with an X factor, and Larry Parsons on the other side. Our cornerbacks are really young. Our safeties are really young. We're hoping that those positions can develop, and we are happy with our kicker. All right, so we're 3-0 after beating San Francisco by only 3 points. It was a crazy game, but the man of that game for us was definitely Hunter with 4 sacks, 5 tackles, and a forced fumble. Man, that was a frustrating game for us. If it wasn't for our front line, I don't know if we win that because our secondary was getting pummeled, giving up well over 330 yards against the 49ers. But this week, we got the Detroit Lions, who we are familiar with. Now we got a QB check-in with the press. Coach, your team's played really well in the early part of the season and is off to a hot start. How much of that is because of Charlie York? Where he goes, we follow. A lot of what we do and what we're capable of as a team is put on his back, and I think he deserves the credit, which I really do think he deserves it. Now, our objective this week, beat the Lions and have Charlie York throw for 300 plus yards, which is extremely doable for us. As long as we follow our game plan. Now, in terms of player negotiations, looking at this, guys, I'm going to be very honest. I don't think we're bringing any of these guys back. I think we saved the money. replace who we need to replace in free agency. A lot of these guys are getting old. CJ Ham getting old. Kene, we haven't decided yet because we do like him at the kick return position with his 95 speed. Chaz never really developed with us, only 71. Yeah, I think we let all these guys go, but as the weeks progress, if we change our mind, I'll keep you guys updated. But let's go ahead and look at what we might be drafting. So in terms of prospects, this year we have one position that we're honestly desperately needing, and that's the strong safety position. And we got 3 guys lined up here that we're scouting. First one that we like is Dion Mcgee, and if you look at his physicals, complete stud. Mcgee is expected to be the 3rd strong safety taken off the board, but for us, we got him number 1. Followed by Shaquille Smith, who's projected to go number 2 at that position, who looks like he's a stud as well. We want to scout these guys a little bit more to see if we need to interchange them. With Blackwell, he's projected to be the number 1 strong safety, but his physicals isn't on par with the other 2. They're still good. They're still great overall. But the other 2, in terms of what their physicals look like, they look like they're excellent. So in terms of grades at other things such as zone and man and awareness, I'm hoping to get all that on all 3 of those guys to kind of narrow it down to just 1. Going in the second and 3rd round, supposedly there are other safeties here, but I will tell you guys, if 2 out of the 3 that we're looking at go, I will trade up to grab the 3rd. I don't want to grab anyone outside of those top 3 strong safeties, that's for sure. So you look at Dion again, just a complete stud. 6'1". 6'1". Oscar Blackwell is as well. And forgive me, I got that wrong. Oscar is expected to go 2nd for the strong safety position. Now, we look at other positions. We don't need a quarterback, but Matt Winters is the first one. Halfback, Jaden. Gilbert at wide receiver. Ware 2nd, Starks 3rd. We usually try to grab maybe 1 receiver in a later round. Offensive line, we feel good about it right now. We may have to replace players in the future here soon. Cornerbacks. That's another position you really can't go wrong with. Grab one. He either makes the team or he doesn't. John Patton has a really, really decent press at a B grade. Yeah, but that's pretty much what we're looking at right now. So before we do our weekly strategy, let's look at the roster of the Detroit Lions before we play them. All right, so Jared Goff is still the starting quarterback of the Detroit Lions, but they did draft this kid last season, Black, in the 1st round. He has a star development traits. Last year, only threw 4 passes, completed 2, one of them being a touchdown. If I was the Lions, Jared Goff should go. Black should step in and give this young guy a chance to develop at 6'3", 227. They still got him for 3 years. I expect him to start next season. Yeah, I'd be starting this kid. There's no reason not. We check him out. 1st round, 2nd pick in 2023. Looking at his stats, throwing power is a 92. Accuracy is pretty good, especially for a guy who's not playing. Hasn't had a chance to develop. You can only imagine what this kid would become. Jared Goff isn't a slouch, but I don't think he's their future. Looking at halfback, they still got DeAndre Swift. Henderson Jr. is the backup. And they got a young running back as their 3rd running back. Let's look at him. Oh, wow. Star development trait as well. He was drafted in the 4th round. Not bad. Not bad to grab a position player with a development trait in later rounds. That's something we always want. But I don't know if you guys saw that, but Devontae Adams is the number 1 wide receiver on the Detroit Lions, and I'm freaking out about that. I don't think you guys understand the way that the 49ers were able to pass against us without a stud. I'm a little nervous on what the Lions might do to us. Now, their second wide receiver is hurt. Devontae Adams, X Factor. Not fast, but his route running is everything. But let's see. Turf toe. Jacoby Myers will be out of this game with turf toe. I don't know if that was a practice injury or what, but we don't have to face off against them. Davis steps into that slot. Omarosa St. Brown is the third wide receiver, and Javonte Meredith, 71 overall rookie, 6'3", 226, no development trait. Let's see. It looks like they drafted him in the second round with the 21st pick. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at right now. So they do have a pretty okay receiving core. Helps us that their second receiver's out. Tight end, 94 overall. He might be a problem. Got to keep an eye on him. Look at his offensive line. His center is pretty good. He has a superstar right guard. Now, he's a rookie. This game, he might not be a problem, but moving on in the future, we face the Lions twice every season. Having a player like that develop for us is going to be stressful. He may or may not be a factor this game, but I guarantee you we will see how he lippin in the future be a problem for our Vikings. Right tackle, they got another superstar that they had on the roster. They got a young left end with an 81 overall. Let's check him out a little bit further. No development trait. He was drafted in the second round with the second pick. So, higher draft pick, 81 overall. Looks like he's developing very well. Defensive tackle. I think that's probably their weakest position as of right now. Linebacker. They got a decent middle linebacker. Their right outside linebacker, 80 overall. Zach Cousins. If I could tell you guys about Zach Cousins, they drafted him 2 seasons ago, and he's been a problem for us. Superstar, 85 overall currently. First round, 7th pick. I wanted him, guys. I wanted him so bad, and when I checked out the mock draft, it did not show the Lions taking him, but a different position, but snuck up on us. We had the 10th pick, I believe, in that draft. They took him, so I took my pick, and I traded down. I was upset. Can't lie to you guys. I really wanted him. Scouted him very well. We knew what type of player he was, and he went to one of our rivals, which is one of the worst case scenarios when another team drafts a player you want. We're going to focus on defending the short pass here. We don't expect Jared Goff to air it out. He could with Devontae, but we don't see it. In terms of our offense, we need those 300 yards to give a boost to Charlie York, so we're going to air it out, but we're going to focus on medium. It's their strength on defense, but I want to attack it to see if we can expose it. I don't know if other teams are attacking it or not. Weekly goals, we're going to focus on passing. We think we're going to get to that quarterback, so I like the idea of sacking the quarterback 3 times. Try to get us some more staff points to develop our coaching staff. And our weekly game plan. 3 fumbles is a lot to ask for, so let's go 350 plus for passing yards since we're already shooting for 50 in case we exceed the mark. These are our focus players, our young rookies. Now, we're just checking to see if we have any injuries going into the week, which it does not look like we do. So everybody's going to be healthy, so we're happy about that. But this is our Minnesota Viking, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see our next game against the Lions or any games in the future, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. I am the Black Snake. Thank you again. You guys have a good night. Peace.